Hey guys, I am down at the beach. It's beautiful here in Huntington Beach. I think we're about to get a storm, so I'm going to enjoy the weather for now. But I wanted to hop on here just briefly and explain the difference between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. I've done deeper breakdowns on my YouTube channel. You can go check it out. The difference between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 is dimensions. Think of Genesis 1 as the actual storyline. This is the dimension of God's heart. He's thinking about it, he's looking at it, and then Genesis 2 is the zoomed in portion of Genesis 1 with an emphasis of day 6. This is why we have the number 6 everywhere. They want to put it in our face, and then they want to control the narrative of what Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 is. But if you look at Hebrew, and it doesn't take, a theological degree or some crazy scholar in order to understand this. You can look at it for yourself. When you look at the word, let's start with like Genesis 1:2, verse 2, where God said, right? When you look at the word said is amar in Hebrew, meaning to think in one's heart. So normally we would think, and said she was, going to walk on the beach. No, when God said, he was thinking in his heart. This is dimensional. And then he called it forth, which is hora in Hebrew, meaning to summon, to manifest, to bring it forth. So God thought about the light and then he called it forth. So when you look at Genesis 1, you will see there is a lot of saying, God said, and then he called. He never called forth man. He never called forth the beasts of the field until Genesis 2. So Genesis 1 is where God created everything in his heart. The reason why they want to control this narrative is because it just goes to show that we can co-create with God. And it also shows that the power of our mind is where creation is. So if they can control our minds, if they can give us things to think about, if they can, when I say they, those that are in rebellion to the living God, if they can give us things to think about, if they can give us things to talk about, to call forth, to summon, well then they can control the entire world. Get it? So I have deeper teachings on my YouTube channel, Advocates of Heaven. You can go check that out, or you can come join me at the Ministry of Advocates of Heaven, advocatesofheaven.com. I love you all. God bless.